one to the woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartans Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will start this game off with the football. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game...
Turning it on! Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection. Get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Let's talk a bit about Michigan State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, past the marker. And the catch right into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up. Of yardage he put on the punt return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off the play fake on first down. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll run play action. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean now? It means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. He got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all...
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Let's go.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the snap.
And some room to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson with the carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The give to the back. There he goes. Got enough for the first.
Great run.
Finally getting stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Badgers want to move quickly. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. Touchdown, Spartans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Snagged out of the air. There he goes to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on
I was
now.
in the kitchen.
Like,
did I miss
they
anything?
got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Troy. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Under makes the grab. It's Green. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
A run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Spartans in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. He'll start this drive firing, using the quick game. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's Wells. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to swing it on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Collier. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11. And the Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football palm out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Well, second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Under fire. Still on his feet. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Find space on the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown, Badgers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Grabbed over the middle as well. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there after the 35. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's Hill. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Breaks into the open. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Grab near the marker. It's Boyd. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense now. You've got the lead here here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Leaves it with the running back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Trying play action. Now rolling to the left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
On third down, he drops to throw. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hubbard. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it on the left. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. If pass rush comes through for you to create a negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Got his man down the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh. Spartans offensive coordinator is already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this fourth down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on fourth down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
Runs through the tackle. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy has had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Collier. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. It's games span the sport far and wide, from battles over racks of ribs to numerous bells, representation of animals and multiple weapons. But you know a rivalry is a rivalry when the fight is over a brass spittoon. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartans Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Indiana's offense takes the field to start this game off. Sparty bit his nails all the way down to his cuticles, but pulled out a victory the last time they saw the Hoosiers.
And this rivalry goes back a long way, but Michigan State, man, this is kind of the story of the rivalry, right? They find a way to get it done, win the game. It was a close game, Jesse. Indiana fought, but Michigan State does what they do in this series, and they took care of business.
It was so physical, you're right. The players just looked exhausted, but they still had enough juice left to hold up the old brass spittoon at the end of the day. They want to do that again.
Got it in the middle. It's Barker. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job of protecting your quarterback. You can't give up the second play.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the depth. He lost one down the sideline. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Leaves it with the back. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally tough.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Spartans are flying down the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Looking for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Sparty. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. There are many brass spittoons, most of them quite common, but none quite as famous as the old brass spittoon. The trophy itself first created for this series in 1950.
This has been a great rivalry in the Big Ten. I know they went to different divisions. This was a protected cross-division rivalry for a little while. It isn't anymore. They don't play every single year, but when they do meet up, David, it's must-watch TV.
And I think the coolest part about this rivalry is the trophy. And Reese admitted he usually doesn't do that. He usually goes on top of all of these details, but he kind of missed it. Back in 1950, Michigan State students were trying to make it more exciting, so they went by this store and basically bought a $25 trophy. An old brass spittoon. It's kind of gross, it's kind of nasty, but it's kind of awesome.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Tuggle. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it. Got in the backfield, got the big play.
Off play action. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man to the left. There he goes. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
The rivalry started in 1922 in Bloomington with a Hoosier win, but the old brass spittoon first awarded in 1950 when they resumed play after a pause for World War II.
Yeah, Indiana might have won the first one, Reese, but Michigan State has owned the old brass spittoon. And they have owned this series. It's been very one-sided. They've dominated it, Jesse, so I'm looking forward to see if Indiana can kind of reverse that trend.
And I know this is a rivalry that a lot of college basketball fans get really excited for every year, but the football rivalry is pretty good too. You both just very eloquently laid out why and the history behind this game. They do not like each other.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period, 1st down here. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can break. Is why now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got him.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Good gain on the return, and this defense has... Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Quick handoff. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Takes a handoff. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the first down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds a little space. Got him up for the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. Really good surge for this offense. They moved the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Handoff to the single running back. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to check.
Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Michigan State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now on the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Good, right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kicking.
The Hoosiers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Wells. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Russell. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll send the tight end in motion. He wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Russell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's caught. He'll get a fresh set down. Stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half. Running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Russell. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a
first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll leave it with the lone back. Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. The nice lead here late in the third quarter. They're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Behind the chains now on second and long. On the run, it's Hill. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the third quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football.
And he runs in for a score. Touchdown, Spartans. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position, you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Missouri. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. You know, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The play-action fake. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Wants to throw on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down to the 22.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it out.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Boyd. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Spartans are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now on third down for this offense. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He's looking to throw. Oh, there over the middle. It's Collier.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So Michigan State beats Indiana to claim the old brass spittoon, and that coveted trophy will...